What's good, YouTube? It's Ray Drill. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this gun flex wide off close mini scheme in Madden 24. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So the playbook I'm in is the Chiefs offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Chiefs offensive playbook. Now the Chiefs is still one of the best offensive playbooks in the game, and this formation can actually bomb cover 3. We could bomb cover 2, and we can actually have a whole bunch of routes that's going to torch man coverage, and it also has a really good run plays in it. So I also do have gameplay with this formation as well, so if you want to stick around to the end of the video, you'll be able to see the gameplay. So first and foremost, eBooks. If you're curious about any eBooks, they are on my website, allthingsmadden.com. The link to that is in the description. Now, speaking on my eBooks, I need y'all to understand something. So my life has actually been extremely busy this year, so that's why I don't have so many eBooks out. But I'm now at the point in my life to where I can actually dedicate time to putting out eBooks. So if you've already purchased my eBooks and you're waiting on more, I promise y'all I got y'all soon. Then this formation right here, this one right here is definitely going to be in that ebook, okay? Because this formation is crazy good. You're going to see that here in a second. So I don't want to gas it up anymore. I just want to hop in and show you guys. So the plays that we're going to look at today is going to be this hitch halfback wheel. We're going to take a look at the tight end wheel. I'm going to show you the RPO. We're going to touch on escape, and I believe that, and also halfback circle. Now, that does not mean the other plays in here are bad. It just means that that's all that I have time for, because I'm not about to do a 30-40 minute video. I'm just not doing it, all right? That's what my ebooks are for. So anyways, the run plays in here are really great. This counter Y actually works really good. If they're in certain sets, you're going to see me use this running game too. Have that inside zones, your obvious inside zone, but the RPO is really great. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out in this tight end wheel, and this play is actually pretty glitchy. So let's go on and get right into it. So we're going to do dollar, of course. So we're going to look over some man. We'll look over some man blitz, and you're going to see my opponent in the gameplay man blitzes. So I may not touch on it because you're going to see exactly what beats man blitz. Okay. So you also going to see how it beats cover 4 drop and also cover 2. So what we're going to do is come out and cover 3. Okay. So while I back the ball up, you can run this offense on either hash, it doesn't matter. But I'm just going to keep the ball in the middle, and I'm only doing that to make everything simple, okay? So just make sure you understand that. All right, if we're dealing with cover 3, you actually can one play touchdown cover 3. All you need to do is take square out there and put them on a comeback, and that is all that you need to do with the bomb cover 3. Now, if you need time in the pocket, I would suggest blocking your running back, but you don't have to. So if they're only going to rush 3, you're fine. But as long as you get time in the pocket, I want you to watch circle. And if you have somebody fast running that route, you're going to be able to run away from them. So you want to put maybe your speedy player right there. So throughout the video, you're going to hear me talk about personnel. Okay, so for personnel, you want to put whoever your best route runner is right here in the slot. That's extremely important. I can't stress that. Whoever your best route runner, put up here. Whoever is your burner or your second receiver, put them here. And right here, I just like to put my third receiver. So a lot of times if I'm swapping people, I swap this guy and I swap this guy. This person needs to be your best player at all times, and you're going to see why here in a second. So anyways, let's talk about why I like this play. So for this setup right here, this works because we're going to force the user to have to guard this right here. As you can tell, we have 2 people here. Now, what also happens is that we're going to be able to clear here for a one-play touchdown against cover 3. All right, so real quick, I want to show you what that looks like versus cover 4 drop. All right, actually, you know what? First, let's reset that. I want to go to cover 3, and let's put it like you normally would see it. So sometimes you'll see your cover 3 ran like this, where you have the safety right here. Just want to show you, just for transparency, that it doesn't matter how that safety. All you want to do is take square, put them on a comeback, and block your running back if you need to. If you don't, that's fine. And as you can tell, if you wait a tiny bit longer, you can just throw it. You'll have a nice gap, and you'll be able to outrun him. You can do that literally all day with that touchdown right there. So that was against cover 3. Let me go ahead and show you real quick versus cover 4 drop. Now, cover 4 drop, we use the same exact setup. So I'm a believer in using the same setup to work for different coverages. So anyways, I'm going to show you this real quick. So just kind of take a look at it. I can't move, so they didn't let me do what I wanted to, but it's fine. We'll go into replay real quick, and then we'll take a look at it, and then we'll go ahead and move on, because I don't want to spend all day on basically set up. So the reason why I like this versus cover 4 drop is because we're going to have a two-way read. So we're going to either throw this guy right here, depending on where they put him. If they put him in a hard flat, then this throw right here is going to be wide open. If they zone drop this guy, he's going to be somewhere up in here. And then you'll just want to throw this little running back table route out the backfield. So that's what's very great about this side of the field. Now, speaking on this side, what happens is that this comeback route is going to hold this quarter. So notice how this quarter is going to drive on it. And what happens here is that it's up to now this quarter to play it. And normally they don't play it correctly. You can actually throw this ball right now and you'll get like an animation to throw it like over here and you'll get a possession catch. It's just that I wasn't able to throw it on time. So real quick, I'm going to show you that again one more time versus cover 4 drop because I just want you to understand that that throw does get open, okay? So square is on a comeback. It just doesn't look like it, but watch circle. All we're going to do is wait, and you want to throw it right when he passed him. Now, please be careful. You want to make sure you try to possession catch it if you can, so that way you don't have to worry about a knockout animation, all right? So moving forward, I want to show you what this looks like versus man coverage because you can use this play also versus man coverage. So if you're facing man coverage, there's two things I like to do. Either A, I like to block my running back. Now, if you have a running back apprentice, take your running back and put him on a Texas route. So right now he is on the Texas route. I know it doesn't look like it, but I promise you he's on the Texas route. If you have it, use it. If not, it's cool. So look at R1, and then also the most important thing here is triangle. Now, keep in mind, you want to make sure you have time in the pocket. So right now we're sending everybody out on a route. You don't definitely need to do that. I'm just doing this just to say worst case scenario, okay? So if you have a good tight end, this little wheel route can actually cook man coverage. You see he gets a nice little win. Now, of course, safety is here, but if there's no safety, if you could picture this, look at how much space we have to throw this ball. So if you have a good tight end, you really want to make sure you're using this little wheel route because wheel routes are good versus man coverage this year, especially by the tight end. All right, now the other thing I want to show you is this route right here. So this route right here is going to torch man coverage, especially if this is your best player running it, okay? Can't stress that enough how important it is to make sure your best route runner is running this route. Now right here, you just want your speedster because this is a little post. We're just trying to run away from this guy. And if there's no safety over the top, then a lot of times you can actually have him for a one-play touchdown, okay? So wanted to make sure I go in detail with that one. All right. If you deal with the man blitz and you want to run this play, you definitely can. My suggestion, block your running back. And also my other suggestion, block your tight end. Send out 3 routes. Now the tight end is blocked. These 3 are only out. So what I do is I would actually motion that guy across. Now most people are going to press. Now you actually can't auto snap this one. You have to wait for him to set before you can snap it. So all I did was put square on the drag, and basically you just want to make a read between your drag and your in route, okay? So normally I want to say something. Normally they're not going to just screen like that. Normally, notice right here how our kind of offensive line right here just kind of dumbed out. That normally doesn't happen. It's actually this guy right, where is it? 77 dumbed out. He's supposed to pick him up, okay? Now, if this happens to you in game, just to give you kind of a tip right here, if that happens in game, all you need to do is figure out who blitzed you or where your ID is. So if you see here where we have our ID over that mic, it helps if you actually click on him. And all I did to do that was press the left bumper right here, and it'll pull it up, and you can choose who you want to ID. So just play around with one of these to ID. Right here, I'll ID him. And again, we're just going to motion him over. Now, you can either motion him to do a drag, or you can put him on a zig route. It's literally whichever one's up you want. Right now, I put him on a zig route, but you can do a drag if you want to. So again, notice how here I put him on a zig, and also circle does have a chance of beating his route. So we have 3 really great man beating routes on the field. All right, that's enough of this play. Now, hitch halfback rail is actually an extremely clutch play. For this setup, all we're going to do is take circle, put them on a streak. If they are blitzing you, okay, please listen. If they're blitzing you, you want to make sure you block your running back. Not your running back, your tight end, excuse me. Now, all you want to do here is take triangle, put them on a drag, take square, put them on an in route, and smart route, okay? Lastly, you want to motion out your running back. I know that sounds like a lot of steps, but I promise you it's not that much. Now, the only thing that matters on this play are these 2 routes. These are the only two. So you can literally do whatever you want with X. You can do whatever you want with these two over here, okay? So all we're gonna do is this works versus any zone coverage in the game. So all we're gonna do is glitch out that zone. So notice how we're in a normal cover 3. Now watch R1. That's the whole key here. Watch him. So notice how he's gonna just get in that perfect gap to where we'll be able to throw it. And this works versus every single zone in the game. This story right here is possible. And the reason why is because this year they allowed these thirds to actually get almost matched to streak routes if they are close enough to it. And this streak right here is close enough to allow this third or to allow this quarter, which you'll see, to actually respect it enough to turn its back and play it as if it's matching. And they're going to completely forget about this guy. Now, what's good is if you have a drag route coming, then quarters will normally not match this little wheel route. And if they do match it, a lot of times you'll have this wide open, if that makes sense. So I love this because we're going to force the user to play down low, or we're going to force the user to stay in the middle while the whole time we're looking outside, okay? So again, that was against cover 3. Now, you might be like, well, Rail, if they play cover 4 drop and they press, you would think that would be able to do something to it, but let's go back to hitch rail. We're going to send that guy in motion, circle on the streak. Now, you also can run it this way. You can take X and put him on a flat route, and then you could technically run it just like this if you want to, so you can have a double-sided read if you want. So you can take triangle, you could put them on a little baby hitch like this. So you could technically run it this way if you want. It's literally up to you. Actually, they did a great job of playing that one. What happened? Pressing, I think pressing is the only way they actually... Pressing and quarters, I think, is the only way they play it, actually, now that I'm seeing it. Yeah, actually, pressing and quarters does a great job of taking that away. But let me make sure, because I don't want to tell y'all wrong. That is the last thing I want to do, is tell y'all something that is wrong. But we also have a play that bombs cover 4 drop, so I'm going to show y'all that here in a second. So if they want to play cover 4 drop, don't worry, because there is a cover 4 drop bomb that we can do, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. But let me show you this and make sure that I wasn't lying to you guys. Okay, cool. So they actually do cover it. So just keep in mind, if you're going to run this and they are covering it, that means that they're putting this guy right here. That means they're putting this guy right here in a quarters, and that means that they're pressing if they're covering it. And the only other thing they can do with their corner is put him in a deep half. And if they put him in a deep half, let me show you what that looks like real quick. Let's go ahead and put him out there, circle on the street. We'll take X, we'll block him. We'll do the same, literally the same exact setup, okay? Now, if they put him in a deep half, watch what happens, and notice how he's gonna just completely actually not be able to get over there. So last thing with this play is let's look at cover 3 press, because I actually did not look at cover 3 press, and I know you guys will probably, y'all probably say something if I don't show it. So we'll keep the same exact setup too. So here we go. Now, cover 3 press, look what happens. Right? He turns, he runs. I got a bad throw that time, but it doesn't matter. All I wanted you to see is that if they play cover 3 press, you'll be able to throw it. The only one you can't do this with is cover 4 drop. Anything with the quarter style cover. So match, we'll see about that actually. I want y'all to test that out yourself. Because normally you just won't go against match that often. But you see what happens, he turns and runs with this streak, so that means that we'll be able to throw this open because they won't be able to react fast enough, if that makes sense. So anyways, I really love that play. It's a really, really great play. All right, halfback circle is the next one I want to talk about. This is a man killer. You want to run this versus man. Now, this can also destroy zone, okay? But you mainly want to run this against man. So first I want to talk about zone. And first, foremost, I want to mention this play stock is going to bomb cover 2. I'm going to spy these two guys just to make sure I have time, but the time is not needed. Now, this play, like I said, by itself bombs cover 2, but I suggest you take square, put them on a drag, and this is going to give you an option between R1 and square if for some reason that post isn't open, well, the streak isn't open. So if you're able to, you want to kind of throw him out there if you can. Now, if you cannot throw that, there is something we can do to get him more wide open. So if that isn't open enough for you and you want it to be more wide open, what we can do is actually take this guy, hold on. Let's bring him back. I didn't mean motion him yet. So what we can do is we can actually take square right here. We can put him on a comeback route. And what we can do is we actually can motion him out, right? So if we motion him to the other side with the comeback route, what ends up happening is that it's going to be able to pull that right safety a whole lot more. So now we can take circle, and I like to just put him on a drag, and now or a drag or a hitch, whichever one. So now this receiver is going to move that upfield safety to the left, and then this comeback route is going to open up the middle of the field from the safeties. Oh, I'm in cover 3. That's my fault. So let's actually run it again. I forgot the audible to cover 2. All right. Let's go into audible to cover 2. Here we go, cover 2. Now I'm just going to spy these two because I just want to show you guys real quick. So we're going to go to halfback circle. We're going to take square, put them on a comeback, circle on a hitch. I just prefer the hitch, to be honest with you. It works a lot better as far as having an underneath read. And R1 is just going to be our bait route. We're going to bait the user with R1. Now, from here, we should be able to have this tight end literally wide open for a one-play touchdown. And of course, we're going to throw a pick when I say that. But we're going to replay this. I'll show you here why this works. So you want to make sure you throw it a little bit early. I think I threw it a tad bit too late. Trying to just extend the play out some. So I'll show you why I like this throw, okay? So, what happens here is that you want to throw this ball right about now, and you want to throw it inside of here. Now, I know it looks like this safety is going to play it, but I'll show you. If you throw this ball as soon as he passes the mid-read, you'll be able to get this little right up in here, and I'm going to show you that. And like I said, you want to make sure that you are taking your time with this, and just make sure that you are hitting your correct read. So, halfback circle, comeback route, motion them across. Now, you also can take circle if you want to put them on a streak. I don't like doing that because we're pushing that safety back. So that's why I like to put circle on a hitch. And then you'll see what I'm talking about here. So as soon as X got bumped at the line also. So that maybe, yeah, I think that's throwing off the timing. So don't worry about that. Now, if for some reason you really want to bomb cover 2, because this is actually frustrating me that they're acting like this in practice mode. If your opponent's running cover 2 and you just want to bomb and go to PA post shot, I just want to show you this real quick. So you just, I want you to know that we can bomb every coverage with this offense. All right. So if for some reason they're running cover 2, all you need to do is literally just run this play stock. But what I like to do is I like to just block my tight end, take R1, put them on a curl, and we're going to motion over this route right here. What this is going to do is it's going to force that safety to bite on the outside, and what's going to happen is that we're going to just have that easy bomb right there for a nice little game. Okay, now if you want it to be more wide open than that, let's say you want it to be even more wide open, what we can do is we actually can take triangle right here. We could put him on a streak, and that's going to hold that safety in the middle. And we're going to take circle right here, put him on an out route. We're going to smart route that out route, and we're going to take X. You can either block him, and I like to throw R1 on a curl. So if you want to run it this way, you more than definitely can. And of course, I'm not going to have time, but y'all seen it was about to open up. That's what we're going to look for. So sorry I took this whole kind of time to explain this. I just like for everything to go a certain way when I make these videos for you guys, because I already understand that in the comments you guys will be like, well, hey, you said it like this, but you didn't show it and such and such. So this setup right here will literally bomb cover 2. So if somebody's just spamming cover 2, you want to run this particular setup, all you need is time in the pocket. I can't show you how to get time. I can't show you, but it's up to you to get the time. So look at this throw. That's why I don't have what's his name in there. But anyway, you get the idea. All you need to do is just have time in the pocket, and you're literally blocking 6 people. So time in the pocket isn't hard. This out route is going to push back the safety. This streak is going to hold the safety right here. So you have a natural cover 2 beater, literally natural cover 2. All right, I just wanted to take the time to tell y'all that. So like you can tell, there's a lot of plays in here. There's a lot of route combos we can do. So the last one that I want to talk about is going to be this escape play, and then we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you guys some gameplay. So we'll actually go against just your standard cover 3. Now with this escape play, I really love this versus, man or zone. If we're talking about man coverage, you want to run this play stop. This play is great stop. And the route you want to look at is your R1 route. If you're going to do something, I would just block my tight end if you want to do it. Because now if they're going to blitz, we're okay. Now triangle is going to cook his man in man coverage, especially if only you don't have safety help, okay? So triangle, I love that route, but the route that's going to actually do justice is going to be this route right here. So I know I didn't throw it quick enough, I didn't do it quick enough, but this route is extremely good by the running back, and this in route, if you have a good short route runner, he's going to do a great job of getting open. So you don't need to throw the corner route, you don't need to force it. Now, if they're playing some type of man coverage, the best corner route, if you want me to be honest, is going to be out of the halfback circle. This corner route is a lot better than the other one. So what I like to do is take square, just put them on a fade. Normally, whoever you have that's fast right here is where I do it. And we're only putting them on a fade to actually try to move that deep path, okay? Now, with the tight end, you can keep him right there. I normally take circle, put him on a zig route, and our reads are going to be the corner route. We're going to peek the zig route, see if we win, and lastly, we're going to hit the running back late, if that makes sense. So triangle, as you can tell, he's going to do a great job of getting open, and I love that streak concept because it's going to force that safety to drive back, because we want to make that safety not able to jump this route right here. That's all that we want. And notice he puts his foot in the ground. Notice how Keenan Allen puts his foot, and then we're going to be able to throw it. So the safety can't play it like they want to because they have to respect this streak route, and we're going to be able to, you know, deliver a nice strike. And also, the zig route can't cook if you have a good, you know, person running it. So we have a quick outside, we have a quick middle, we have a mid, you know, outside, and also we have the tight end running up the seam. So if you have a good matchup, that's definitely something to look for. So last thing I want to mention is going to be out of this halfback circle. I want to show you guys how to beat zone coverage. You want to take square, put him on a streak, and then I like to take X and put him on a drag, and then take circle, put him on a comeback. You want to take circle, put him on a hitch. Lord, I couldn't think. So I love this setup right here because we're just going to make a perfect read. I'm not going to throw it yet. I'm just going to let you see. I just threw that one just because, but we're going to take a look and replay real quick. And then we're going to show you gameplay, and that will be the video, okay? So I didn't want to make this too long. And the gameplay is only about 2-3 minutes, so it's not a lot of gameplay. Now, this setup will be every single zone in the game. All we're going to do is our first read. I love to hit this tight end on a drag route. This will be open almost 10 out of 10 times. Just throw it hot. Now, if that's not open because the user takes it, then we're going to make a read between the drag and this halfback angle route. Now, lastly, I love to hit this because now we're going to make a read between this drag and this corner route. And it depends on if they zone drop, then this guy will be somewhere up in here. If they don't zone drop, then we'll be able to just throw this route right up in here, and then we'll be able to skate along the sideline. So that's pretty much everything. So I want to go ahead and show you guys the gameplay. All right, so like I said, this gameplay is going to be extremely fast. I accidentally started recording late, so I actually missed all of the first quarter. So I do apologize about that, but you can tell I went down and scored, and my opponent went down and scored and got 2 points, and I got the ball back. So this is only my second possession, okay? So you didn't miss much, but you missed a lot of dots, basically. So anyway, you throw one right there, you can kind of tell. So I love this game because he is the Ravens, and the Ravens have the best defense in the game. And also on top of that, he's playing a lot of meta man coverage. So not only is he playing the Ravens, but he's playing man coverage. So he's just, you know, this is the best example to give you of how good this offense can be. And right there, I just wanted to show that because I think that is crazy. There's no way that should have been a catch, but it is what it is. So it is 16-14, and right here, he actually did do a little spinner blitz. So he's running a lot of meta things, which is why I was really excited to give you this gameplay. So anyways, this setup right here is just simple but effective. I had triangle, but just ran out of time. You'll find that happen a lot if you run out of time. So if you run out of time, I love to send the running back out with this little escape play. Now I had circle for a one-play touchdown, but I seen it was close to half, and I just wanted to make sure for a fact I could get points. And it did pay off for us to take it, you know, a little cautious. Now, right here, I seen he was playing man coverage, so this route right here is actually extremely good versus man if you have a good route runner. Hence why I said make sure your best route runner is in that slot position, because that slot position, we're asking a lot out of it. So right here, we're just going to go and make our reads, and that corner route is going to cook. If that is your best route runner, that corner route is almost always going to get open. So right here is the little escape play. You can run this play stock if they're playing cover 2 in the red zone. I love it versus the red zone right there. Caught them again in cover 2, so we were able to get the touchdown because there's just literally going to be nobody in the middle of the field. Now, right here, this was the possession for halftime. My opponent is on a 4th and 23. So I just kind of wanted to show. I didn't want to just skip forward. You just see me, you know, in the goal line. So I wanted to show you how we got there. So this is the counter play I was telling you about. Notice how the blocking goes, and we are going to be able to pretty much waltz right in the end zone. So this is the last play of the game. I was on defense. As you see, it's 16-28. He did come out empty, and I still like down 1-4. It's just not as good as it used to be, but it can still generate pressure, and we are going to get the pick. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, though. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out. So I'm out.